Alright. Let me know. When's the last time you heard a video from me? When did this drop? Did this drop days later? A month later? I'm just trying to keep up. But I believe they all should be coming soon. But we all understand Lucia is from Liberty City. This is I have a theory. Lucia is the niece of Luis from GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony. This is what I said. I said Lucia may be the niece from GTA 4's character Luis. He has a sister they didn't speak about much. He also became owner of Tony's enterprises, so I can only assume the club and whatnot he took over. We know Tony went to California, or should we say San Andreas, throughout the online updates with the nightclub and things like that. It's possible Luis went to Vice City. If you know, you know. Like most people who are doing their thing move down to Florida and do what they have to do. I'm assuming, like, obviously his business is booming, all that stuff. Obviously, if he's down there doing his thing, family comes down. This is why we could say Lucia ends up in Vice City. This is where I believe like Booby Ike comes into play, because he's a club owner from what I believe, but he's trying to get out of the street life, clubs and music. You know what I mean? And there's no guarantee that he's cool with Lucia. I feel like they got something going on. Not like in a relationship wise, but more so there's a few scenes. There's 3 scenes, I think it is. There's a scene where the 3 black dudes walk up. One got the towel around his neck. That looks a little crazy. And then the cops kick in the door, and then you see Jason letting Lucia out of the window. Those 3 scenes have something to do with each other. I'm more than 100% sure about it. I think she was set up, but also them looking the way they look, unfortunately I have to like stereotype or like be prejudiced, but I was assuming those guys worked for Booby Ike. I'm gonna kind of assume Little Haiti and all that would be like a big part of it. Like if you don't involve the Haitians when you're making a Florida game, you're kind of crazy. I believe also Raul worked for Luis. Now, Luis was in GTA 4 during the robbery when Nico and them were doing it. Like a lot of people, if you played the Ballad of Gay Tony, which since they didn't drop a version for the PS5, hopefully until this year, and we're all praying that they really do, and we could play all 3 versions, GTA 4, the Ballad of Gay Tony, and the Lost and the Damned. You kids won't know how great Rockstar is because the way they tied their stories into one. GTA Online is great, but GTA itself was also so great for the stories. These were games that, even like Red Dead today, you play the story, but you could take even longer just living in the world. So yeah, Luis could have met a lot of people when he moved down to Vice City. Raul being one of them, being the type of guy he is, kind of was doing him already. Introduced himself to Lucia. I feel like he might like Lucia. That's also another thing. I feel like him and Jason are gonna kind of have a back and forth because he already knows Lucia, but Jason is falling in love with her. Jason knows of guys like Raul, but probably is more familiar with Booby Ike and most likely a few other characters, just because the simple fact that he's working for Brian in a specific manner. We don't know yet, but we could only assume. Um, what I am gonna say is I think Lucia and Raul go out on some type of mission. They do something. That's why everybody thinks the prologues are gonna be in Liberty City, which I don't think. I think the prologue might be Shorty doing something, getting arrested. Jason has to come bail her out. Whatever is involved, Jason's there. So, alright, I would say it's gonna be just like Vice City was. When they went to the pier to go make the play, the helicopter comes, starts shooting at them. Most likely, a helicopter's not gonna come and start shooting, but there's gonna be a plot to it. It's a setup. It's a whole ruin thing. Jason, Lucia, he tries to get her out of there. So Brian's wearing the wire when they kick in the door because he's going to make sure Jason's okay. Booby set the whole situation up, but has these other dudes come in, and I don't know what's about to happen. But Jason's there as well. They both have to fight for their life. He helps her escape. Unfortunately, she gets caught. Like we see, he throws her out the window. But no matter what you do in that scenario, you're most likely going to get caught. He comes to bail you out, to speak to you about whatever the fuck is going on. That's my theory. The game is to most likely catch Raul, put Booby in jail. For all those who don't know, they keep saying Booby like it's a weird name. Y'all ain't Haitian. Y'all don't know. Booby, that's regular. Like, y'all are like mad weird because it's Booby. Like, get some culture. You know, that's the problem with the world today, man. We all so prejudiced and fighting against each other. Like you don't obviously see boobies. People be talking about they got girlfriends. Your girlfriend's trash, and she's only with you because you're a YouTuber. I promise you. Nah, let me not say that. No disrespect. I love her like you love her. But that's my theory, and I'm pretty sure of it. That's all I can say. That's my theory. That's my theory. I think that's how it's gonna happen. That's why it's a Romeo. It's a Rom. They say Bonnie and Clyde. They should have said Romeo and Juliet, and I feel like they would have turned everybody off. The reason why it's gonna be a Bonnie and Clyde-esque situation because of the moves you're gonna be able to bust. I don't think that's the only thing I don't have. I'll say that. Let me finish there. I will leave us with this. Let me know what you guys think, because I do think they're low key gonna go into the Watch Dogs route, to where they already kind of manhandled the three character roles, to where you have three characters and you could move around and do whatever you want with each of them. But I feel like they're going to allow us to have our two main characters, but we could utilize friends. So maybe in one mission you might be able to play with Brian. Another mission, if you're out doing something with Lucy, you could switch to Raul. Like things like that. I really feel like they might bring that in. It'd be really weird to go from 3 to 2 characters only. But let me know what you think, because I feel like they didn't really do too much of Red Dead. I don't remember switching to anybody. He was just that one character. You know, now we got 2. But obviously they was able to work on the development and everything like that a lot better. They also said it's delayed a lot longer because they're working on online. They want online to be like perfect. But let me know what you think in the comments about my theory. That's my theory. Lucia is Luis's niece. She went down to Vice City. Luis got killed, or something happened. She's fighting for her family, so something must have happened to somebody in her family from Liberty City, which is most likely Luis. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, you know, she got set up, met Jason. Her and Jason fall in love, trying to, take down this conspiracy. So, yeah, holla at your boy. Let me know what's cracking. I also feel like there's way more to the game, and I think that's going to be the beauty of it. There's this one big thing we're trying to figure out, but there's going to be so many things beside it, which is going to be even more fun. But the storyline is for sure. He saves Lucia, but to finish his mission, he has to like bail her out, get these leads, and he doesn't love her, but he falls in love with her. And yeah, you know, we'll see the end. I don't have a theory on the end. Everyone keeps thinking you got to take her out, he got to take him out, whatever. She got to take him out. I don't know, but I don't know if they would do that. That's so simple. And then both of them dying's even crazier. It's super crazy. Um, but let us know what you think, yo. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about it. I'm willing to argue about it. Alright, I'm out.